This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Friday, the 14th day of November in the year 2025. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here is what we're tracking tonight. Commissioner of Police Clifton Hicken today disclosed that a deadly mobile gas station bombing in downtown Georgetown back in October was not linked to the attacks that occurred earlier this year at the East Ramville Police Outpost and the GPL substation. However, he said in light of those terrorist attacks, the joint services have increased security in the country to safeguard citizens.
Based on our investigation, while Blanham is there, based on our investigation, there is no motive that would point us to the collaboration of the others. But to be sure that this happened, and we've ramped up as a joint services, we've ramped up all the gaps that we have. And so now we have, as a joint services, we can better enable to protect our country.
The police commissioner was at the time responding to questions posed by news source during the launch of the force's Christmas policing plan at police headquarters. The October 26 bombing linked to both Venezuelan and Guyanese nationals claimed the life of 6-year-old Soraya Bourne while injuring her relatives and others. The explosion took place months after two other explosions occurred at the GPL substation on Mandela Avenue and the East Ramville Police Outpost. The motives behind the attacks remain unknown, and today the Commissioner of Police declined to disclose what led to the deadly attack at the gas station.
That cannot be said at this time. You know the matters before the court, please.
Currently, 7 of the suspects at the center of that October 26 bombing are facing terrorist charges in the courts. The Guyana Police Force, in a statement earlier this month, said the suspects, 4 Venezuelan nationals and 3 Guyanese, were charged following the conduct of a comprehensive investigation. Based on evidence gathered, the 3 Guyanese, 44-year-old Wayne Correa, 51-year-old Ramesh Pramdio, and 33-year-old Crystal La Cruz, and the 4 Venezuelans, 33-year-old Daniel Alexander Ramirez Perdomo, 33-year-old Jennifer Rodriguez, 27-year-old Johnny Buduram, and 44-year-old Alexander Badencourt conspired to threaten the sovereignty of Guyana and strike terror among the Guyanese citizens. The prime suspect, Venezuelan Daniel Alexander Ramirez Perdomo, is said to be the person who planted the explosive device at the gas station before it exploded. He was captured on CCTV cameras and was arrested 2 days later following a nationwide manhunt. He, along with the other accused, are currently on remand. More news coming up in just a moment.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look. You know the one. Or one touch. Even one word. It can start with one step. Or one promise. One thrill. One first time. One deep breath. One leap of faith. One day to remember. Or one night to forget. One moment. So many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life. Just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Your own home is so much more than just 4 walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Every year somebody wins, but this year?
This year is my turn.
I'm going big. 48,000? Easy, that's 6 coupons.
Smart and fast. My win is just a scan away. Oh, and I take in that fridge too.
This is the winning one.
This year, the win is mine.
Shop $8,000 or more at any 6 Massey stores, and you'll get a chance to win our grand prize, the brand new 2025 Hyundai Creta, plus amazing consolation prizes. Massey stores, our family serving your family.
Ready to position your brand at the heart of the region's most influential energy event? The Guyana Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo invites you to become a sponsor and connect directly with leaders shaping the future of energy and industry. Choose from 4 powerful tiers: Platinum, Diamond, Gold, and Silver. As a sponsor, your brand takes center stage, from live press conferences and magazine features to exclusive speaking opportunities and top-tier visibility across every major platform. Enjoy premium exhibition booths, media coverage, and access to hundreds of industry professionals and decision makers. Whether you want to lead discussions, host networking events, or elevate your brand presence, sponsorship puts your company at the forefront of opportunity and innovation.
Domestic murders doubled in Guyana in 2025 when compared to the same period last year. That's according to Crime Chief Wendell Blanham. He made the disclosure today as he presented the crime report for the country at the launch of the police force's police action plan for the holiday season. He noted, however, that overall serious crimes are on the decline. He said while serious crimes have been on the decline over the last 10 years, the country's murder rate remains a concern, with the majority of the victims, 81% of them, being men. During his virtual presentation this morning, the crime chief said disorderly murders account for the highest number of murders committed compared to other categories of murders. He said there has been a significant increase in domestic murders.
Domestic murders doubled for this period when compared with the previous year. That is from 13 in 2024 to 26 in 2025.
It was also reported that in 2025, the highest percentage of murders were recorded in Region 4A, which covers Georgetown, while Region 2 recorded the lowest percentage of murders. On the issue of serious crimes, Mr. Blanham reported that there were 801 serious crimes recorded so far for this year, compared to 1,000 for the corresponding period last year.
The chart shows that 24% of the total crimes were committed in Region 4A. In other words, Region 4A has the lion's share of the pie. There are many factors that can be attributed to this state of affairs in Region 4A. For example, this region has a high population density and is widely regarded as a commercial hub of our country.
Trailing Region 4A with the highest number of serious crimes are Region 3 and Region 4B, while Region 8, 5, and 7 all have a small percentage of shared distribution of serious crimes. Zooming in on robberies, the crime chief said in a 10-year period, there has been a declining trend for all categories of robberies.
Robberies with the use of firearm was the most prevalent type of robbery during the year 2025. This was followed by robberies with the use of other instruments and then robberies with aggravation. During the year 2025, similarly to the previous statistics relating to murder, Region 4A has recorded the highest percentage of gun robberies per division.
Mr. Blenheim said the Guyana police force found that a majority of the robberies, particularly with the use of firearms, were committed by criminal elements between the period of 6 p.m. and 12 midnight. As a result, he said the force has deployed additional resources during that period, resulting in a reduction. In Guyana, break and enter and larceny remains the most prevalent criminal offense. Over a 10-year period, the year 2025 recorded the lowest number of break and enter and larceny occurrences, the crime chief reported today. President Irfan Ali used the stage of the opening of Guyana's largest trade exposition, Guyexpo, last evening to send a warning against gold smuggling and gold on the declaration. There has been growing concern over reports of gold on the declaration, gold smuggling, and illegal gold mining in the country. It is suspected that many in the gold mining sector have been dodging the laws covering gold trading and have been making moves to smuggle gold out of the country and underdeclare the amount to the Revenue Authority. The president said those involved in the illegal acts will face the law.
Those who still are not complying with the declaration, we are going to come after you hard and strong. We will find you and you will lose your business. You are reaping the benefits from this sector. You have a responsibility to declare your goal, and you have a responsibility to do so not by choice but by law.
The president's warning comes as two of the key players in the gold mining industry are facing an extradition hearing over allegations that they were involved in wire and mail fraud and money laundering linked to gold on the declaration and tax dodging. The father and son businessmen Nazar and Azruddin Mohammed have declared their innocence and are fighting the extradition request. Last year, the two were sanctioned by the U.S. on allegations of gold on the declaration and tax dodging. A government permanent secretary, May Thomas, was also sanctioned over her links to them and offering support, allegedly. Based on the U.S. allegations, the Guyana Revenue Authority would have lost hundreds of millions of dollars in taxes because of the on the declaration. President Ali told the Guyexpo audience that leakages in the system that might support smuggling and on the declaration must be removed.
Imagine, from one gold smuggler alone, this economy lost more than $190 billion. One gold smuggler alone. We must ensure our system does not produce those kind of people anymore. Our system must be locked in, must be protected, and must be designed to ensure those leakages are removed.
Just last week, the Guyana Gold and Diamond Miners Association offered its full support to the government to stamp out gold smuggling. The organization also reminded miners of the designated agencies approved for gold purchases and trading in the country. The High Court today ruled that it was unlawful for the Guyana Revenue Authority to reassess the taxes on 3 luxury vehicles imported by Guyanese billionaire Azruddin Mohammed more than 3 years ago, and as such, blocked the tax authority from seizing the vehicles. High Court Judge Gino Posada ruled that the GRA's imposition of additional taxes totaling $421 million on Mohammed for 3 luxury vehicles imported back in 2020 and 2021 was arbitrary, unreasonable, unfair, unlawful, and ultra-vires. The judge also issued an order certiorari to quash the GRA's imposition of additional taxes on Mohammed for the 3 vehicles. Mohammed, who is now an opposition member of parliament, had challenged the GRA's authority to seize the 3 luxury vehicles, a Lamborghini and 2 Land Cruisers, more than 3 years after they were imported, cleared, and registered by the same Guyana Revenue Authority. The revenue body in several correspondences indicated that Mohammed owed more than $400 million in taxes on the grounds that an investigation revealed that the declared costs of the luxury vehicles were inconsistent with the value for similar vehicles with the same specifications. In the case of the Lamborghini, the GRA claimed that a luxury sports car carries a cost of $695,000 and not the $75,300 declared by the billionaire. But Justice Possart in his ruling explained that there is no authority under the Customs Act or the Fifth Schedule for the Revenue Authority to reassess the duties and taxes in March 2025 on vehicles that were entered and cleared by the GRA in 2020 and 2021. He said the court finds that there is no legislative support for the reassessment of duties and taxes. The judge also explained that the GRA could have employed provisions in the Act in 2020 and 2021 when the vehicles were imported, but not in 2024 after vehicles had been cleared. He said Section 72 of the Customs Act does not set out a statutory mechanism, and it does not allow the Revenue Authority to reassess and impose additional duties and taxes as its remedy for what it says are short relating to duties. However, the judge said while the tax authority cannot reassess the taxes at this time, it does not mean the GRA is without recourse if it subsequently uncovers fraud. He explained that remedy is provided for in Sections 17 and 18 of the Customs Act, which provides for criminal prosecution for false declaration on the formal integration of duties, which was done at the level of the magistrate's court, where criminal charges were leveled against Mohammed. In a statement, attorney for Mohammed, Sion Dorjon, welcomed the ruling. He said in handing down the ruling, Justice Possart relied on a number of local cases and ruled that the GRA had no power to embark on post-clearance assessments, a decision he said Mr. Mohammed welcomes. The attorney also said it was a most considered and strong ruling from the High Court judge. He said the proceedings were delayed and protracted as far as possible by the over 10 attorneys retained by the Revenue Authority. It was also pointed out that the GRA sought to file no less than 5 affidavits in defense on different dates in response to the single affidavits filed by the attorneys for Mohammed. He pointed out that the 2 separate appeals were filed, one of which was fully heard and determined by Justices Roxanne George and Nareshwar Harnanan. The attorney also noted that the GRA still owes Mohammed $300,000 as ordered by the full court. The GRA has already indicated that it intends to appeal the matter.
Your own home is so much more than just 4 walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to Washi soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright. Have me clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Stabrook Market.
Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
Hi, my name is Stephen Jacobs, Minister within the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport. Health and fitness is the heart of a strong nation. And And when we have strong Guyanese citizens, it helps with discipline and also productivity, and also a long-lasting life for you. So, for that reason, I'm endorsing the Energy Conference run on the 15th of February 2026. See you there.
On Saturday the 15th November,
The Guyana National Stadium comes alive, featuring Massacre.
Call it bravery, don't call it luck. One aim of the riches, I'm a target. Lucky business with a result.
Cranium.
Someone on a life, boy, have some girl I gotta start for you.
Chenille Muir.
win an exclusive gate prize of a brand new car.
Get your tickets to see Massacre live in concert alongside Chanel Muir and Cranium at the National Stadium. In Linden, get it from Muslim Top-Up Shop, Bloomingdale's Fashion, Broad Money Spare Parts, Rodney's Court, and Crown Auto Nation Office. On the East Bank, get it from Suicide Junction. In Berbice, get it from Rise Burgers. That's in Leisure Inn, New Amsterdam. If you're on the West Side, get it from UK Goods and Consultancy Service West Bank and West Vibes Bar. In the city, get it from Fireside Grill, Stovetop Restaurant, Extra Energy in the Stabrook Market, Pressy's Gift Shop, Grill Kings Mandela, Stefan Simon on 661-9966, M&J Designs at 684-6477, and The Other Wife Restaurant. General tickets are $6,000, VIP access $30,000, and VVIP $45,000.
Well, the full court, through Justice Fidela Corbin Lincoln and Justice Nicola Pierre, has dismissed an appeal by social media commentator Mikel Rodriguez, known as the Guyanese critic, to have a $22.5 million defamation judgment against him overturned. The High Court judgment remains in place, and Rodriguez will now have to pay court costs. Last year, Justice Nigel Niles had ordered that Rodriguez and his They Break News pay damages totaling $22.5 million, along with punitive damages of $3.5 million each to Azruddin Muhammad and Azhar Muhammad for defamation. But Rodriguez had criticized the judgment and opted to appeal. The full court has now affirmed the decision of Justice Niles. In his pleadings to the court, the Guyanese critic said that Justice Niles had erred in law and misapplied the relevant legal principles, and that he failed to apply the proper legal principles relevant to the consideration of an extension of time for a defendant to file. He also told the court that Justice Niles erred in law and placed an unbalanced emphasis on the procedural rules without adequately considering or applying the relevant principles as it relates to the overriding objective of determining cases fairly and on their merits. But the full court found that Justice Niles had correctly applied the law. The court said, having considered the decision of Justice Niles, the grounds of appeal, and the submissions, the appeal should be dismissed. The judges stated that the explanation and application of law by Justice Niles is sufficient to sustain his decision, and dismissed the appeal of the Guyanese critic. They also found the criteria to award costs and the default judgment regime were properly applied. From Saturday, there will be increased presence all across the country, particularly in key commercial zones, as the Guyana Police Force's Christmas policing plan takes effect. In the city of Georgetown and neighboring communities, more than 500 ranks are expected to be on patrol on a daily basis for the festive season. Police Commissioner Clifton Hicken launched a Christmas Policing 2025 plan today at the police headquarters.
But we decided that if crime is going to happen and we're going to have traffic accidents, we need to have a device to deal with that. And right away, we decided on the DBMIU, Database Management Information Unit. That tells us where we can deploy our ranks, traffic, and crime. And so we have the crime and the traffic people on a weekly basis, preparing a document and send it to the commander. The following week, the commander understands where you have problems, where there are potential problems, and where they are free.
The force announced the deployment of boots on the ground, including both in uniform and plain clothes. Additionally, there will be Marine Patrol, Mounted Patrol, and a Canine Patrol. Anti-crime patrols will be supported by fully operational police boots, which will be located at strategic points across the country. The commissioner said the police plans, including patrols along the main thoroughfares leading to the Chelijagan International Airport and the Eugene F. Kauai International Airport, will ensure that Guyanese and tourists alike get to their destinations safely.
The flights are coming in after 12, 11, 12, and 1, 2. We have a mechanism in place. We're going to have a patrol or two crisscrossing to Mary, to Georgetown. Why? That is to ensure that nobody tail anybody when we're going and tail anybody when they're coming. We want to ensure that we sell Guyana the way it ought to be sold, and we're going to do that.
Crime Chief Wendell Blanham said the police will maintain robust presence at checkpoints and border locations, while additional patrols will be deployed to the crime hotspots, particularly during the peak hours. Meanwhile, Commander for Division 4A Deputy Police Commissioner Simon McBean said the regional division, which includes the capital city, continues to account for the highest number of crimes. He said with increased visitors during the festive season, there is a potential for increased criminal activity.
We intend to create a safer environment for all businesses, shoppers, and visitors within the region throughout the Christmas season. We intend to increase all forms of patrol. That means our foot or bicycle, vehicle, maritime, mountain, canine, drone, and traffic patrols. We also will be working in close collaboration with the City Constabulary, security agencies, our business community, and other stakeholders to ensure that we have a safer Georgetown for this season.
The Deputy Commissioner of Police said the Regional Division 4A intends to reduce crime, the fear of crimes and traffic accidents, and congestion during the peak season of the holidays. We turn our attention now to the agriculture sector. President Irfan Ali has again threatened to shake up the management of the Guyana Sugar Corporation, Gaisuco, if the state-owned company continues to underperform. The president declared that there will be management changes at Gaisuco next year if operational changes are not seen. Last year, Gaisuco's performance was the worst in the entity's history, producing a mere 47,000 metric tons of sugar. For this year, it has set a target of about 80,000 metric tons. And so far for the year, the company has produced about 50,000 metric tons. Speaking at the opening of the Expo event last evening, the president said while the sugar industry is showing signs of a turnaround, the turnaround is not matching the billions being invested by the government in the industry.
Sugar is far from where we want it to be. But we are seeing signs of recovery. Not at the pace at which we want that recovery. Let me be very clear. If the managers in Gaisuco can't deliver to us next year from the investment we are putting in Gaisuco, we will have to find a new management system to give us the type of results that we are investing to get.
The government has invested more than $30 billion, that's billion with a B, in Gaisuco since 2020, and is set to announce further support for the industry. Currently, sugar is being produced at $1.31 per pound and is being sold at just 35 US cents per pound. But the government is adamant that it can turn the industry around. The president said other interventions for the sugar industry will be announced.
There is no shortcut. I want to be clear as your president. We must get the results we're investing for. We must get the productivity we're investing for. And whilst sugar is not yet out of the woods, I'm very pleased to learn of a partnership that would see local and international investors coming together and investing in a sugar refinery here in Guyana. And that project is earmarked to be announced before the end of this year.
The sugar industry, which has been on a downward slope since 2006, has been bugged by administrative, technical, financial, and human resource issues. But President Irfan Ali said with the technical support that the government will be bringing in for Gaisuko, its production numbers should be better.
Are you ready to shape Guyana's future with your creativity, innovation, and bold ideas? The Innovation Challenge is here, and it's your chance to turn imagination into impact. We've designed 3 unique challenges for students across grade 7 to Cape, each tailored to your level of creativity and skill. For grades 7 and 8, it's all about creative and practical business ideas. How can you use technology to create or improve a business outside of oil and gas? Think about ecotourism, grocery deliveries, tutoring services, or something entirely new. Students in grade 9 and 10, your challenge focuses on business and community impact. Identify key issues affecting economic growth in your community. Develop practical solutions that consider technology, sustainability, and social responsibility. And for grades 11 to Cape, it's your time to shine in entrepreneurship and AI integration. Develop creative solutions to enhance quality of life, promote tourism, and foster community engagement in Guyana. How can AI or advanced tech amplify the benefits responsibly? So whether you're building, coding, or dreaming big, this is your platform to make it real. Join the Guyana Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo's Innovation Challenge and show how your ideas can power Guyana's future. Learn, create, innovate. Guyana's next big idea could be yours.
Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
On Saturday the 15th November,
The Guyana National Stadium comes alive, featuring Massacre.
Call it brave, don't call it luck. One aim of the riches, I'm a target on. Lucky business with you, so.
Cranium.
Some more down the life. Boy, have some girl I'm gonna start for you.
Chenille Muir.
win an exclusive gate prize of a brand new car.
Get your tickets to see Massacre live in concert alongside Chanel Muir and Cranium at the National Stadium. In Linden, get it from Muslim Top-Up Shop, Bloomingdale's Fashion, Broad Money Spare Parts, Rodney's Court, and Crown Auto Nation Office. On the East Bank, get it from Suicide Junction. In Berbice, get it from Rise Burgers. That's in Leisure Inn, New Amsterdam. If you're on the West Side, get it from UK Goods and Consultancy Service West Bank and West Vibes Bar. In the city, get it from Fireside Grill, Stovetop Restaurant, Extra Energy in the Stabrook Market, Pressy's Gift Shop, Grill Kings Mandela, Stefan Simon on 661-9966, M&J Designs at 684-6477, and the Other Wife Restaurant. General tickets are $6,000, VIP access $30,000, and VVIP $45,000.
Something new has been growing, and it's now ready for you to pick.
Fresh.
Taste the Bruta freshness. Pick the fresh new 200 ml size today. Live Brutiful.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial and aerial transportation. Guy Oil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
Make this Christmas happen for everyone this year with Republic Bank. Make this Christmas happen with Republic Bank this year. Okay, let's do this thing. Okay, let's do this thing. Okay, let's do this thing.
With your regional and international news tonight, I am Svetlana Marshall in the region. Attorney General John Jeremy says the United States military is expected to intensify exercises in TNT. He made the comment to the UK's Financial Times publication. The article was shared Thursday. In the article, Attorney General Jeremy is quoted as saying that the U.S. 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit, MEU, would intensify exercises in the coming days. The MEU was deployed to TNT along with the USS Gravely, a warship which was docked at the port of Port of Spain from October 26 to 31. The purpose of the visit was for joint military training with the Defense Force. However, the Attorney General told the Financial Times the country would engage in a series of exercises. According to the article, Jeremy did not say if the exercises had already started and offered no explanation on the type of exercises being conducted. Ecuadorians grappling with a surge in violent crime will head to the polls on Sunday to decide whether to allow the return of foreign military bases, which President Daniel Noboa says are central to fighting organized crime, and whether they back convening an assembly to rewrite the constitution. Once considered one of the safest countries in Latin America, Ecuador has become a key drug transit hub in recent years because of its location on the Pacific, triggering an unprecedented security crisis and battering its already fragile economy. Recent polls show majority support for convening the Constitutional Assembly, but voters appear divided on the military basis. Noboa argues the current constitution, drafted under former President Rafael Correa, must be revised to reflect the country's new reality and expand international cooperation in combating crime. And finally tonight, international news. Russia launched a heavy drone and missile attack on Ukraine early on Friday, killing 6 people in Kiev and 2 more in the south in strikes on energy facilities, apartment buildings, and infrastructure, Ukrainian officials said. According to Reuters, President Volodymyr Zelensky said Russian forces used 430 drones and 18 missiles, and Kiev was responding with long-range strikes. It was one of the biggest attacks on the capital so far. Ukrainian officials said most of the drones and missiles were shot down, but falling debris and fires damaged high-rising buildings, a school, a medical facility, and administrative buildings across 9 districts in the city of about 3 million. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall, wishing you a safe and enjoyable weekend.